What's going on YouTube? Domino Paris 21 here, yet again with another deck profile for you guys. This is my Reijy build, Reijy, whatever. Artwork's actually pretty cool on it. Now I know this deck has been out for some time now, since set 7 of course, but financially I was prioritizing other decks to make, and at the same time, being a college student and all, you have to prioritize expenses where need be. But I finally was able to put in some money together, make this deck, because this deck is a lot of fun, I feel, and this really, I think, utilizes what Dark Irregulars is about, which is soul charging and, you know, damning your opponent with it. But yeah, so it's revolved mainly around Reijy. I don't really run any other playstyles with this deck. All it is just charge up your Reijy, get 15 soul, give him that +2 crit, and just go for game when your opponent's at 3. Like, that's literally how I played this deck. It's been testing pretty well for me so far, so let me show you guys what I have. So starter, 1 greedy hand, counterblast 1, put him in the soul, and then you search for a grade 2 or less Dark Irregular, put it into your soul, and shuffle your deck. Simple as that. So it's an easy way to put 2 cards in the soul. Very easy, a lot easier. Part of my vocabulary. So it's pretty good because there are a few cards in this deck that you do want to put in specifically in the soul, which you'll see later. But he's a really good starter, of course. Then, of course, the star of the show, you have your 4 Bladewing Reijy. For those of you who are not aware of what he does, it's if the number of Dark Irregulars in your soul is 15 or more, he gets +2 crit, so he can swing and hit you for 3 damage. Wow. Now 15 seems like a lot, but I think like as long as you revolve the deck solely around him, I mean, you're gonna get to it pretty quick at the same time. So it's pretty good. I mean, really the benefit of it is you can keep pressuring your opponent's rear guards. Like, put your opponent at 3 damage early game and just keep attacking the rear guards, keep dwindling the resources, and then once you get him at 3 damage, you can just finish him off with 1 attack. Simple as that. So it just means, like, you know, your opponent can't counterblast as often because they only have like 3 spaces worth of counterblast to work with. If you stay at like 4 damage, they can't heal anyway. You know, there's a lot of things. It can help restrict your opponent. So, you know, it's pretty good. And of course, mainly when he's called to Vanguard Circle, you pick one of your rear guards and search up to 3 copies of it and put in your soul. So that's how you can help fill soul quick. So that's pretty good. So 4 of him. And then you have 3 Amon. Now there's different options with grade 3s. There's Amon and there's Dark Lord of Abyss. I was actually considering Dark Lord of Abyss because he's 11k, and 11k is a lot easier to guard than 10 if I can't ride Reijy. I mean, I can see why Dark Lord of Abyss can fit in a Reijy build. I just prefer Amon just because, I don't know, he's a cool demon, sucks things up. But also it's like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't have to wait for Limit Break for him to be Amon. I can just already apply pressure early. I mean, he's still a good finisher regardless, and I mean, his counterblast is okay, but you just don't want to like abuse it too much, but you have that as an option to help control the field. I mean, for now, I mean, I really like the Amon. I mean, you can go back and forth with him and Dark Lord of Abyss, but 3 Amons working out pretty good. Oops. Shaky camera. There we go. Next up for grade 2s, probably like one of the more important cards, 4 Decadent Succubus. Now, while she's in Vanguard, whenever you call a Dark Irregular rear guard, you soul charge. So combine these with some other guys in the deck, she can really stack up a lot of soul pretty quick. I run 4 because it's really important that you ride her turn 2. Other than that, she comes at 9k vanilla, which is mediocre at best, but it's so that you can ride her turn 2. So, I mean, that really makes her, in this build, one of the most important cards in this deck. So, 4 of her. And her little partner in crime, Flirtacious Succubus. Oh yeah, Hotness, red eyes. She kind of looks like Mocha from Rosario Vampire. I don't know about that. Someone should do an alternate artwork of this one. But yeah, it's just a basic effect of when she's placed on rear guard or Vanguard, you soul charge 1. So if you partner up with Decadent, I mean, it's 2 soul charges, but she's hot, you know. So yeah, I run 4 of her. So always good. And then last but not least, I run 3 Emblem Master. Some guys run 4, some guys run 3 or 2. I like 3. he's a good alternative. He's actually not a bad alternative in the Vanguard if you can't ride Decadent. Because when he hits a Vanguard, you count +1, soul charge 3. That's not too bad, because usually when you have a Decadent, you usually maybe call 3 rear guards anyway. So you kind of already soul charge. You kind of do the same soul charging as him. It's just more like icing on the cake when you have him and her at the same time, and then an attack hits. But your opponent usually blocks him anyway. But hey, bait out some shield. But these are like your two ideal turn 2 rides. And next for grade 1s, you have for Alluring Succubus, the same as Flirtacious Succubus, except she's not as hot. She kind of looks like a tomboyish version of her. A little weird. But yeah, so 4 of her for that reason. 4 yellow bolts. I like 4 yellow bolts just because I like opening with them, especially if I go first. I just soul charge for free. And what I feel like really important with yellow bolt is, like, by the time you ride Reijy, despite despite riding that Decadent and getting all your combos off, yada yada, you're still usually short a couple soul or 2. It's always that. So yellow bolt is just an easy soul charge every turn. So like what he does, it's while he's on Vanguard or rear guard, you just tap him or rest him, and then you soul charge. So you just do it like every time. So it helps you get in that extra soul or 2 you're gonna need, so you can get Reijy off. So I think he's very important in the deck. And really the star of the show for grade 1s, for Demon Bike, he gains 2,000 for every copy of himself in the soul. So obviously when you ride Reijy, you want to have a Demon Bike. That way you can put 3 in the soul, and bam, I'm hitting for 22, crit 3. It's really fun to say that. But yeah, so 4 of them for the obvious reasons. What's nice is that usually if you're facing a 10k Vanguard, you just put 2 in the soul and have 1 as a 10k attacker or booster, which is pretty good. So 4 of those. Now, as you notice, I am running a lot of like 2s and like a lot of 3s and 4s. I'm not running 2 of anything because I want to try and abuse Reijy as much as possible. Simple as that. Oh yeah, and 3 perfect guards. 3 perfect guards. I usually always stress 4 perfect guards in every deck, but in a little bit of testing for it, I don't know, 4 I guess can clog. But I might actually consider running 4 perfect guards again, just because I need to see them more often. Because it's tough to protect because this deck doesn't really provide that much defense and card advantage. You kind of just have to use what you're dealt with. You can't really create any advantage of your own. You're just trying to create heavy hitter columns, which is supposed to even advantage, but it doesn't always work that way. And plus, I always have bad luck in damage checking this and soul charging this, so I only have like 1 in the deck left. So it's nice to have 4, so I might just maybe take out a yellow bolt and put a 4th one in. But 3's okay so far. You just gotta make sure you save these. You don't want to just use these freely. And for my trigger lineup, I think it's a little different for what I've seen for some people, but 4 crit. You can put this guy in the soul to give something +3, but you only use it if you really need to get that 1 extra soul in for Reijy. You don't want to just use up a 10k shield for no reason. You always use it last minute if you have to. Next, I have 4 stand triggers. I know a lot of guys, they run 8 crits. I don't run 8 crits just because, I'm revolving the deck strictly around Reijy, so Reijy already gets me the crits I need. What I like about stand triggers is really with the playstyle I have with this deck is I attack with rear guards first, rear guard to rear guard to help take away interceptors, take away, like, pretty much help even advantage between me and my opponent, put pressure on him. And then I have Reijy swing in, with the big hit to try and go for game. So it's nice, like, if my opponent blocks one of the rear guards, protects one of his rear guards, I could stand one of my rear guards and keep poking at him. So it's nice. She has a mediocre effect, like, when a boosted attack hits, that she boosted, of course, of one of your rear guards or Vanguard, I guess. Just a unit. You soul charge, put her back in the deck, so I guess it's recyclable, but I don't use it for the effect. I use it just because it's a stand trigger. Simple as that. It works out pretty well. So I like it a lot. And then 4 draw. Can't wait for set 5 just because I can't remember the name of the draw trigger, but it just allows you to soul charge the draw trigger and you just soul charge. So you soul charge 2 and you combine with deck and you soul charge 3 with 1 5k shield that you're going to throw away anyway. So can't wait for that. It's going to make this deck a lot faster. But yeah, so 4 draws and then 4 Chesire cat because it's a cat and cats are like my favorites. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the deck right here. It's a really fun deck. Like, it's really fun. me personally, it doesn't really suit my playstyle preferences, if you know that terminology makes any sense. But it's a lot of fun to play, and like I said, it's really, I feel like I'm playing Dark Irregulars, because there's a build revolving around Amon where you create like 20k columns and make a beatdown version, run like during the thruster and such. But I feel like I'm just running like a Royal Paladin deck or such. But like, I just like Reijy just because I feel like that's what Dark Irregulars should do, is, you know, soul charge a lot, and you have a goal in mind, and you punish your opponent with your heavy hitter column, which is what you create. So yeah, guys, that is my Reijy deck. A lot of fun. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What kind of builds have you guys been doing? I'm definitely open to them, of course. And that, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.